No excuses. No excuses. No excuses, yeah. So this is the double H here. The Pharaohs should have no excuses. They should be already given a ticket for 2018. Okay? Because I find it quite offensive that it has been so long since Egypt have actually qualified for a World Cup. These are the guys who won 3 African Cup of Nations in a row, have had an amazing core of a team. So it just baffles the mind that they've not been able to get that World Cup ticket. But if not now, it may be never. They're 2 points ahead of Uganda here in the Group E. They're going to be playing them in a double-header. A lot of double-headers happening in the African Nations Cup qualifiers over the next 5-6 days or so. And Egypt, they should go in here fully strong. Now, Uganda, again, obviously, I have a close affiliation to Uganda through my grandfather. So, you know, I went there when I was about 4 or 5, so I can't really fully remember, but still I've got an affiliation. And I was impressed by their return back to the Nations Cup and how they fared in the Nations Cup. As in, look, they were good. And I felt that if they had possibly been a bit more clinical when they actually had their attacks, they could have actually won some games. But that just comes with experience. Without that experience, you just don't know how to really make those chances count that they had during those attacks. So Egypt going away from home here, obviously. Looking at South Uganda, first of all, they have an interim coach, a whole technical crew. Moses Basena is the guy taking over them. So that means that Egypt have to pretty much take a different kind of preparation from what they were thinking Uganda would be like for when I believe they faced them in the Nations Cup, I believe. Now, Hector Coupe, the Egyptian coach, he has said that despite previous results, they cannot be complacent. One of the biggest dangers is when you're an overwhelming favorite who has an amazing record against your opponent, you will be complacent, you will underestimate your opponents, and that will lead to a mistake thinking that you can easily just show up and roll over them. That's not how it works in football. So for Egypt, and Cooper has stresses that be very careful, be very careful. Your boy Farouk Mia has 4G so far in the Nations Cup, in this Nations Cup qualifiers from Uganda, and Mohamed Salah, Egypt's main player, he's got 2 goals. So Salah, for me, he's going to be the most important player on this pitch. And Egypt have to use him for his strength. I think for Egypt's tactics, I think should be to try and force Uganda to come at them. Because if they come at them, that leaves them space in behind. And then that is very, very key for allowing Salah's best strengths to really come to fruition. You're looking at what Salah has been doing for Liverpool. The best thing is when you have your star player coming off a great performance as he did against Arsenal coming into the team. It puts them in very great stead. So Egypt have to try and create a counter-attacking situation. Because again, they don't know how Uganda will come. Uganda may become much more conservative. They may try and play more possession play. Then Egypt have to just keep their shape, then try and fashion chances whenever they come. But even if they're conservative, Salah is still a guy who, if you can get some of your midfielders to be attacking, be a bit more braver, beat some men, take some Ugandan players out of position, that means you can now feed in a ball to Salah, who has the speed and the pace to really exploit that space and maybe create something. But one guy actually really won. I mean, I really liked from the National Cup was Mahmoud Trezeguet. I thought he was actually really good at, because I liked his on-the-ball skill, his technical movements, and I think he's going to be a very important player who can really try and force the issue for Egypt. Because I think one of the drawbacks for Egypt was that they were a bit, because again, look, they got to that final. They almost beat, they almost beat Cameroon, sort of. But I think it's going to be very important that, they really use their best players. They use their best technical players and they try and bring it down and they try and make it happen. That's going to be very, very, very important. But for Uganda, man, you cannot, playing at home under a new-ish kind of coach, they're going to be buoyed. They're going to really have that kind of zest to really impress not only that coach, but also their home crowd as well. So I'm looking at this game, I still think Egypt will take this, I'm going to go with the 1-0. I think Egypt will get the 1-0. I think it's away from home. So therefore, I don't think Egypt will be too much attacking. I think Egypt will be very, very conservative. And I think Cooper will really stress for them to be defensively sound. And definitely they want to win the game, but I think they're going to be focused much more on wondering their defense. And I think for Uganda, I think they're going to come out. I think Uganda are really going to come out. Are really going to test these guys. My main man, Danny T, my Ugandan brother, but I'm sure he wants Uganda to design. But sorry, Danny T, I'm going to have to roll with Egypt winning 1-0. And with this victory, and knowing that they now play Uganda at home in the return leg, it's just, I mean, I don't know how Egypt can F this up because they're in such a good position. Ghana is so bad at the moment that really Egypt, unless they completely and totally screw this up, Egypt should be given a World Cup ticket and they should be one of the representatives of Africa in next some. Wait, what? Yeah, sorry, in next summer's World Cup. Sorry, I got the years confused. All right, watch from my post-match analysis straight after that match. Peace!